Hey guys, and welcome back to ZILT. This is going to be a last look at the city in its present state. ZILT is set in 1936, and we're going to move forward to the present day. So enjoy this last overview, and I'll see you after the intro. Welcome in present day ZILT. Yep, we skipped about 90 years and we're gonna move forward trying to make ZILT look like it is 2023. So as you can see, I replaced the old tramway with bike lanes and I'm gonna have to do loads of bike lanes, which is gonna be fun. But first I want to build a hardware store. I have absolutely no idea why, but I just felt like building this hardware store where I was in real life. So I am super happy that I can now create stuff which I have actually seen in real life. Because, I mean, most things I built so far were from old black and white photos, and now I can actually go to Google Street View and try to rebuild something. So yeah, fun times. The whole idea of trying to make ZILT look like its present day, it was always on my mind, but it never really materialized because I did the whole history lessons within my videos, which I really enjoy doing, but they're all quite time consuming, and I don't always have the time to do a whole history lesson. So I want to do them, well, less occasionally, but I will still want to keep doing them. But I also just want to do and build where I feel like, and now I feel like building this hardware store. Yeah, I worked in a hardware store for years, and the ones I'm building this one off right now is actually one a mate of mine worked in. Hold on, let me pull up Google Maps to show you. Okay, this is the one I'm actually talking about. It's tucked away somewhere on an industrial area, but it's really small, but it has like a nice size parking lot which fits with the city. The gamma, in Dutch is gamma, sign is already in game. And I reckon I can build this hardware store quite easily. And there's a small lumberyard on the side, which I can put in some extra details, which I like. So yeah, this is the one I'm gonna try to recreate. So here I'm working on the parking lot, and these decals, they are amazing. These are all kinds of stuff which I couldn't use for like a long time. I hit a raisable parking lot underneath them, and that's why they are not perfectly aligned. But honestly, in real life, brick parking lots are often not aligned because of all the heavy traffic, especially near a hardware store. They sink down a lot, so the bricks and the tiles are already moved, and yeah, they're not as nice as they are most often seen in game. Here I was adding these doors, and then I realized the building was way too large. That's why I plopped down that Volkswagen van right next to it, because I know how big that van is in real life, so I could scale the building on that size. That's why I am lowering the roof right now. And if you noticed, there are KLM city hopper aircraft like the Embraers on the grass airfield behind them. Just ignore those. We have to do the airfield someday, but until then, full-size aircraft will land on the grass airfield, but that's for another time. So yeah, I'm looking at Google Earth a lot now and looking for details, and there are some small details which I want to incorporate. For example, these details, like this steel struts in front of the building. I'm not sure if they're like protection against trucks driving in there or they're just for looks, but I thought they were so ugly I should incorporate them. And also these windshields. I don't know any other store which has these windshields in front. I don't know why they have them, but they work really good because we're on a coastal area, so it makes sense to put large windshields in front of the doors. So now looking at it, why it doesn't make sense at all. I mean, why isn't there one here in front of the door then? Anyways, I'm gonna incorporate that, and I'm gonna put the sign on top of the roof and put flowers outside for sale. So here I start off adding those steel struts. I couldn't find any round similar shapes, but I thought these ones would work. They give a bit of an industrial look as well, so yeah, that's fine. Here I'm gonna put a roof sign on top of it, with these struts, which I had to PO. I have to PO so much every time. I try to cut it out in the videos, but I PO way too much. And I know some people incorporate it because it's part of the game, but it is really boring to watch. So I'm trying to not to incorporate it too much. Here I'm adding, I think, a bike stand, because every store in Holland has a bike stand. And then I'm gonna make like, here are the windshields first. First windshields. They are tilted, but I thought they would do the trick, and they are way too big. So again, I don't have to PO these. I didn't know about this little trick that you can actually add the, you can scale down props. I never knew this. I don't even know which mod does it, but okay, here I'm adding those cart racks. So I'm making this small fence. I think they are from the Hong Kong fence pack. Whew, my English is not that great today. I haven't spoken English in a while, so I always notice when there's some time in between. Yeah, and I'm gonna put the cart rack right next to the door, because this is where it is in real life as well. There are not much type of shopping cars on the workshop, I noticed. It took me a while to find these actually, but yeah, they work fine. Here I'm gonna add some of those typical barriers you see in Holland a lot. It's just like little raised curbs, so you don't drive into something with your car. And in Holland you can see them everywhere in store areas. Oh yeah, and this is my favorite new thing. Back in 1936 there were not that much lines on roads. Today they are everywhere, and I now can use the intersection marking tool. So it took me a while, and it is fun. I really enjoy it, but it's also very tedious and it takes a lot of time, especially in your videos. But I had to take some time to find out how it actually works. Now I know, and it is so much fun to do. The only thing which I'm not really sure about yet is how to incorporate them with pedestrians. So here I'm adding these green grass islands, but I noticed the pedestrians would still walk on top of it, so I had to like fix that. So later on I'll add some ploppable asphalt on it. And here I'm gonna start working on the yard right next to the store with some extra stuff in there. And I wanted to use these assets for a while because they're, I think, by Rick 4000, or is it 400? Anyways, he is one of the best content creators out there. And his videos are no commentary, super basic, but they are so amazing on details. I think there's no Cities Skylines builder which details so great as he does. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, even Skibbit isn't that much into details as this guy is. It is amazing, but I don't want to know his prop count or how strong his computer is. Oh yeah, here I'm adding some emergency exit doors. Talking about computers, I upgraded my game to 64 gigs of RAM because it became so slow and the game crashed earlier this week. I know mine and the one of Moose, Canadian Moose, his game crashed as well, so we were really sad and sorry for ourselves for a day, but I think we both managed to save the save game, so yeah, staying in business. Talking about creating videos. Here's my question for you guys. Do you guys like these building parts? Do you like to see what I do, or do you like the cinematics more? Because I used to be more cinematic focused, but now I'm trying to incorporate more and more building because I enjoy it. And I noticed from the people on my Patreon that they also like to see me building stuff. I perhaps maybe do a video on how to create assets someday as well, but I'll probably have to wait for that one for the upcoming Cities Skylines 2, because I'm gonna build assets for Cities Skylines 2 as well, of course. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more of these longer format videos with more building and more detailing, because I really enjoy it, but I'm worried that people find it boring to watch, that people nowadays like shorter format videos more. I'm not sure, but maybe you guys don't, so yeah, please let me know. Something else I wanted to mention is, last episode I had some DMs from people on my Discord and people on Twitter who were pissed that I made a whole episode for someone from my Patreon. I mean, why would you take the effort to send me those messages? It is free content. If you don't like it, just, go watch something else, but why would you take the effort, right? And there's so much free content from great content creators on YouTube. I'm just really thankful for the small group of people who are supporting me, and I love to give something back. So for those people who are disliking this, go away or hit the dislike button, I don't care. But I just wanted to make cool content. Yeah, it's really demotivating. And I will ignore them and I will not mind. But yeah, it's kind of sad that people take all that time. Anyways, I am just really thankful for the people who do support me, like you guys. So if you haven't hit like or subscribed, please hit them. It will help me out a lot. I'm not trying to be the biggest one, but everyone knows like and subscribing really helps the channel. So yeah, Anyways, I had some really fun ideas for upcoming episodes, and I hope you guys enjoy them. It's a little bit different pace building these kind of buildings, but I really enjoy doing it, and I hope you guys do as well, and maybe give you some inspiration to make something like this in your videos, cities or videos. Yeah, make videos. I love videos. I love watching people building stuff. Some cool last little trick I wanted to show you guys is, at the last second of this episode, I'll put on some decals on the roof here. If you use networks on the rooftops, you can put puddle decals on top of it, and it really sells the idea for a wet roof. Anyways, I'm gonna just add the last details here, and we're gonna wrap this episode up. So guys, thank you all for watching. If you have any great ideas what I should build next episode, just leave them in the comments, and I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching. This was Jass. Bye.